are you doing?
Doing my history homework.
Why?
I don't know, man. It's all about Canadian history and stuff, and I don't see the point.
What are you learning in class?
What makes us Canadian?
What does make us Canadian?
Beer!
Beer.
Cheers.
Cheers! The drinking age in Saskatoon is 19 or older.
Beer was starting to be brewed in Canada over 450 years ago. The first brewery was located in Sillery, Quebec in 1647. But the first farmers and First Nations people brewed a drink that was similar to beer, but exactly wasn't. So technically they've been brewing beer in Canada much longer than that.
The beaver population in Canada used to be over 1 million. Only beaver!
Oh.
But in the 1600s to 1700s, beavers were hunted for their pelts, and they became in danger of almost becoming extinct in Canada. The Hudson Bay Company put the beaver on their coat of arms in 1678. The beaver is also on our nickel.
First Nations people were the first people to discover the properties of maple sap and turn it into maple syrup. They gathered it in the spring and then brewed it, which creates syrup. The maple leaf was not really thought of as a Canadian symbol until the early 1700s. Bam. Where'd you just come from? The other side of the city?
Canada is not the warmest country in the world. The lowest temperature we ever achieved was minus 63 degrees Celsius in 1947 in Snag, Yukon. The highest temperature we ever achieved was 45 degrees Celsius in 1937 in Middale and Yellowgrass, Saskatchewan.
I'm French!
No!
The first people in Canada were the First Nations. The second people who came over were the Norwegians, or Vikings, as most people called them in the day. The second were the Irish, or a bunch of Irish priests that said they came over, but there's no actual written proof, and there's no legitimate sources other than just legends. But the first people to come and want to settle Canada were the French. And then after that came over the English, which therefore started the whole Canada country and the tricultural complex.
In 1947, the first provincial hospital insurance program was introduced by the Saskatchewan government led by Tommy Douglas. Healthcare in Canada provides insurance coverage. It is publicly funded, and we as Canadians are covered for things like dental surgery and other types of surgeries. But not for trans people.
Multiculturalism in Canada is a little bit different. We let people keep their values, religion, traits, and everything else that they want from their other country as long as it doesn't directly affect or have violence in it towards us. Multiculturalism came into effect in the 1960s to counter biculturalism, but the policy wasn't proclaimed in Canada until 1971.
Singing!
Cool!
Okay. Maybe everything that we mentioned is what makes us Canadian. But most certainly, we the people, with our contributions to the world around us, are what make Canada Canada, and every Canadian proud to say, I'm Canadian.
Or it's just the fact that we're really super nice.
Shut up, man. I was getting deep.
Okay.
Like, oh my god. Canada used to be over 1 million. Ron Beaver! Sorry, I hit your boobs. Oh, wait, how are we gonna do this?
Let you keep most of your traditional practices as long as they aren't like, oh hey, I'm gonna kill this person, chop off their head and put it on a stick. Am I allowed to say that?
Maybe not.